calculate the value of a, b and c so that this polynomial is identically equal to this polynomial. Remember that this sign of us means identically equal. In other words, it just says that if I have ax plus b equals cx plus d, then in that case, if that's the case, I need a equal sign. What it says is if in this case a must be equal to c and b must be equal to d. This is what our sign over here means. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with the left hand side and the right hand side. I'm going to write them in the form of ax squared plus bx. So I'm going to expand first of all each bracket. X times x is going to be x squared. X times minus 7 is negative 7x. And for practical reasons, we're just going to use the equal sign. On this side, I'm going to have x times x is x squared. So just x times x is x squared times that a equals ax squared. I'm going to have x times negative 1 is negative x, but because it's going to do it, I'm going to do it twice. It's going to be negative 2x. Multiplied by that a is going to give me negative 2ax. And then negative 1 times negative 1 is plus 1. And that plus 1 times my a is plus a. So this will be just plus 1a. I can just say plus a. Plus, so that is b times x is plus bx. B times 1 is minus b plus c. On my left hand side, I have x squared minus 7x equals. On my right hand side, I've got ax squared. I'm going to then use, I've got term on terms of b over here. So what I'm going to say, this is plus, I'm going to take out negative 2a and plus b as a common factor to the power x. And then I have remaining plus. I'm going to put it in the bracket a minus b plus c. That's all the values that are not, that doesn't have any x's. So that must be the constant values. So what I can see from here is that, I'm just going to use another color, is that a must equal 1. I can then also, I'm going to write that right. I'm going to say from this, because remember there's a 1 in front of the x squared. If I look at x squared, I can say 1 equals a. If I look at the x's, I can say that negative 7 must equal everything that's in front of the x on this side. So that must be the same. So for, let me just take this away. If I look at x, I can see that negative 7 equals negative 2a plus b. And then for my constant values, if I look at my constant values, there's no constant value on my right hand side. There's no constant values, and there I have my constant values. In other words, I can say that 0 is going to equal to be a minus b plus c. So this is equation 1, equation 2, and equation 3. I already have a equals, it's supposed to be there, a equals negative 1. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to substitute this value in there. So I'm going to substitute 1 into 2. And what I'm going to get is minus 7 equals minus 2 times a is 1 plus b. And then I'm going to calculate b. B equals, what I have is minus 2 times 1 is negative 2. If I add 2 on both sides, b is going to be negative 5. And I want that color pen, so it's minus 5. And then I'm going to say sub a and b into then my last equation, which is 3. And that will give me 0 equals a, which is 1, minus b. Now minus b is negative 5 plus c. And c then equal if I look at this, negative 1 times negative 5 is positive 5, plus 5 plus 1 is 6. If it goes to the other side, it becomes negative 6. So therefore, A equals 1, B equals negative 5, C equals negative